What is up, everybody? Episode 2 of the Strength Q&A. We've got a bunch of questions today, so stay tuned. So first question from Owen Horton. How do I get started with muscle gain? So there's two things that mainly come into this, training and eating, right? With training, make sure you're doing the big six of the lifts. That's the squat, the deadlift, the clean, the bench press, and the strict press, and the bent over row. Okay, so hitting those in some form or fashion every day. If you're only training like a few days a week, it might be okay to up that to 5 days a week, 6 days a week, especially if you're a youth athlete. You're going to be able to recover a lot faster. So I would go more days per week and making sure that you're hitting all those big six lifts. And then along with that is eating enough food. Most, especially youth athletes, don't eat enough food for the workouts that they're doing, right? They have such a high metabolism anyway that you have to really eat a lot to start to gain weight. So eating more food, a good way to sneak that in is to drink milk or cream after your workouts, as long as it wasn't like a really intense sled workout, right? So basically just any strength training session, drinking some milk or cream after that workout is a good way to get some calories in. You'll feel a lot better afterwards as well. All right, so next question from at RJ_VE. If you could only do one workout every day, what would it be? And for me, the best workout that I found that works for most people is a sandbag carry. You choose the weight that's going to work best for you. As you get stronger, you can go heavier, but a sandbag carry for about 300 to 400 meters every day. When I did this, my back was really, really strong after a while. My grip got really, really strong. Abs get strong. Chest gets strong. You really start to feel this everywhere. And so that's why, for me, the sandbag carry, one, it's also really low impact, so you can do this without having to worry about your joints. I would hit the sandbag carry every single day. It's got to be the most functional exercise that is out there. So try that out. From To Dream 3D. What are some good supplemental exercises / activities when you are not weightlifting? So two things here. One, walking, super underrated, but just going out for a walk, especially during the day and getting some sun, is extremely beneficial for your health, regardless of whether you're trying to get strong or not. And then the second exercise is any sort of banded or body weight exercise is going to be more beneficial than not doing anything. So people ask me these questions all the time and they're like, what is the best thing to do? But really, anything that you do is better than nothing. So it's first, you just have to start. That's the hardest part. And then as far as what exercises are good, I mean, you've got your basics of squatting, doing ab exercises like hollow body holds and plank holds, and then push-ups or push-up negatives, pull-ups, if you can do them, inverted rows. If you've got a band or a dumbbell that you can do work with, think like dumbbell curls, tricep extensions, dumbbell floor press, assuming you don't have other equipment, dumbbell pullovers, glute bridges, air squats, lunges, anything like that is going to be more beneficial than not doing anything at all. All right, so let's see, next exercise, next question, what do we got? From Matt Russo 16, M_Russo 16. What's up, Matt? What are some good core exercises? All right, so I've got these organized in order of what I find most useful. So the most useful ones, people tend to undervalue these, but these are the basics. Everybody needs to be able to do these. The hollow body hold and a plank hold, right? You need to be able to get up. Everybody needs to be able to get up to the point where they can do at least a minute and a half hold for both. If you can't do a minute and a half hold for both of those, that's where you start, all right? And I've got Russian twists in there. I like those just to get a little bit more obliques, but I don't focus on them too much. But hollow body hold and the planks, super important. After that, I would say any form of carry. So sandbag carry, sandbag front rack carries, yoke carries, single arm reverse sled drags are a really great core exercise. Farmer's carries, single arm farmer's carries, front rack carries with a kettlebell. Any sort of walking with weight is fantastic for your core. The higher up the weight is, the more challenging it's going to be for your core. So try that. And then the last one, this is one that I've picked up from Westside. is decline sit-ups. So setting your bench up so that it's at an angle, and then doing sit-ups, which is a little bit more of a full range of motion, trying to keep a tall chest out the whole time and going slow on the way down. You get a lot of ab work on the eccentric, so it's fantastic. Next question from Casey Griffin 14. Casey, what's up? So question here is what to eat to get big. So right off the bat, the first thing that you need to do to get big is just eat more. And then from there, you can start to specialize into what works best for you. But in general, just eating more is going to work. Whether you want it to work in your favor we can't really determine that. Just eating more will help. Everybody in the strength world can agree with me on this. Red meat at night, fantastic way. Just as much steak as you can eat will always help to gain muscle. And then after that, again, like the last question that was asking something similar, whole milk and cream after your workouts was a good way to add calories in and help you recover from your workouts. And then carbs for your workouts. So if you want to get big, you need to train hard. You need to have energy to train hard. Carbs will be that fantastic energy for your workouts so that you can train hard and get big, as long as you're doing all the other things as well. So that's it. Eat more, and then red meat at night, whole milk or cream after your workouts, and then carbs for before and during your workout. The next question from Christine Van Etten. What are my favorite supplements that I take daily? So personally, I don't take a lot of supplements. The only one that I do take daily is vitamin C. I go through cycles of creatine and beta-alanine as well. And if you've seen my last Q&A, we talked about creatine being really good for strength athletes who need that energy for the 1 to 5 rep range, and then beta-alanine for the higher rep range, right? Good question there. From chs.tylerc. What are some good tricep exercises? So anything where you're bending your elbow is going to hit the tricep, assuming you're already doing the bench press and the strict press. Then on top of that isolation work, we're going to go with dumbbell skull crushers, banded skull crushers, standing banded tricep extensions, and seated tricep extensions. Those are all of my favorite. You can find demos for that on our YouTube channel. And then last question from @JoeyStreety2005. How do I increase my bench press without access to a barbell? A lot of people are probably having this problem right now. One thing that you cannot do without a barbell is you can't get better at the skill of the movement, but you can get better at a whole lot of other things. So we can get bigger, we can add more muscle in the areas that are going to help us with the bench press, and then we can increase our fight response in those muscles. So first thing, isolate the main muscles in a bench press: pecs, triceps, and lats. So you can do that with a number of ways. It depends on if you have any sort of equipment or not. If you don't, tempo push-ups, fantastic way to do that. You can either work on moving slower, pausing at the bottom without letting your chest touch, and then coming up, or you can do fast push-ups, like fast quarter rep push-ups to isolate the chest a little bit more, or you can do 7s where you go down all the way for 7. You do bottom half push-ups for 7, and then top half push-ups for 7, and that's a good way to really get a good burn. If you do have equipment, bands, I would have banded triceps, banded rows, band pull-aparts. If you don't, but you have dumbbells, maybe go dumbbell rows, dumbbell tricep extensions, dumbbell floor presses, dumbbell pullovers, anything that's going to allow you to feel tension in your main moving muscles for the bench press. And then the last thing is flex practice. This is severely underrated, but we've seen this with a number of lifters who come in. If they can't flex their pecs, right, then they tend to have a weaker bench press. So what I would go through is find all the muscles in your body that you don't know how to flex, right, and learn how to flex them. For example, if you can't flex your traps like that, that would be a good thing to learn how to flex. If you can't flex your pecs one at a time, it would be a good thing to learn how to do. Same thing with triceps. Lats are a really important one for the bench press. Biceps, all of it. Try and learn how to flex, and that will pay off big time with your bench press, even if you don't really feel like it's doing a whole lot of work. All right, guys, that's it for today. If you want a question answered, make sure you drop it on the Instagram stories on Mondays. Also, make sure you check out our new video series, What Do I Do If?, where I take a deep dive into a specific topic for the week Last week's episode is what do I do if my back hurts when deadlifting. This upcoming week, we're going to cover knee pain and squats. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Bye.